Stereotypes come from some basis of truth. I'd like to hear from you guys and have you guys discuss amongst yourself whether these stereotypes are true. If they're true, why are they true? What is it about German or Americans that confirms the stereotype? Or if they're not, why are they not?
Oh, that's true! Yeah, that's true.
Alright, that's true. Because, like, every time I talk to a German, they just look at me like I'm crazy. Like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, yeah, I don't know.
That's not true. You haven't talked to me yet.
I think for me the differences between the big cities and the small towns or auf dem Land, I think people in big cities are less friendly because they're stressed and they're busier, and people, you know, out in the Vororten or whatever, or the Dorf, are friendlier and more easygoing. And I think it's the same thing in the States. You probably experienced this in the U.S. People in New York and Washington don't look at you in the eye, are moving. But you go to the South, you go to a small town, how you doing? Oh, Doctor, have I seen you before? You're not from here.
I don't know.
You don't know?
None of them smiled to me today. They were all shivering and listening to the reports.
Now, okay, Americans, would you agree or disagree?
Agree!
That's a compliment to our German friends. Thank you. You drive much better.
An interesting map here in the internet, which shows, unfortunately it's very small, shows a picture of the United States, and then inside you find words like, for example, where you would find California, you find life's a party.
There's California, life of the party.
Life
It's
of the
true,
party.
it's true.
There is a Northwest Washington State, rainy hipsters.
I love that spider.
You got Florida, old peppers.
Old peeps.
Old peeps.
Old peeps.
I think that Americans, I think we have better music than the Germans.
All right, German student reaction. German music, American music, which is better?
American. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you. I think you're right. But that's no problem. You can listen to your music.
I'm the man.
You don't get it, do you? Everybody acting like they do you.
Go uptown, New York City. The Spanish like it on Twitter. Tag Uncle Luke, I'm out Miami too. Clubbing hard, women ain't much to do. Biscayne, got a condo up in Biscayne. 25 sitting on 25 mil. I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself.
Rest in peace,
Mac J, I'ma do it for the band. Get paid, we'll holler whenever that stops.
My team good.
We don't really need a mascot.
Tell two like one
Passion like a relay. YCMB, YMCA. Cycles out to Nico J. We got St. Margarita by the loop. Without that's how you feel, man. It's good how you feel. Nice cold, wanna chill. Maybe she won't.
And again,
She will. Real. Alright.
Sister and brother voices.
Visionen und in der Winter
Lauf auf den Fußball, alles jetzt 2002. 54, 74, 90, 2010, dann stimmen wir alle ein. Mit dem Herz in der Hand und der Leidenschaft gemeint, werden wir Weltmeister sein.
Germans, you win!
To summarize a little bit, I think I had some of these prejudices because stereotypes always have kind of prejudice.
Yes.
Before I went the first time for a longer stay in the plenty of these prejudices just vanished because I had never eaten better food than in places in New Mexico. Indeed, I've never met friendlier people and heartier people than in Texas, and so I have never been so impressed by landscapes like in the western region and in California. So plenty of these things just vanish once you are there. And I think the most incredible thing is when you get home and you realize that, well, there are of course superficial Americans, but there are also plenty of superficial Germans. There are of course big cars in the States, but we do have them.
I've been here 7 weeks, and it's interesting. I've had some of my stereotypes of Germany confirmed, and some of them went away. My experience here so far has been great, and I don't even think about the stereotypes anymore. I'm just trying to enjoy everything in Germany as much as I can.
I'm also really interested in history. Like, I think learning about like how I got here today, because like if like all the wars and stuff that didn't happen, we probably wouldn't, like Germans and Americans, we probably wouldn't be able to get together like this and sit down and talk. And so I think learning about how it came to be like this, how some of our parents can get stationed here, and how we can meet together here at Point Alpha, I think learning about how that came to be is really, really interesting.
Personally for me, I think it's very interesting with what happened over the last 100 or 200 years, so which was in the past, I don't know, in the Romans, or that's not something very important for me, just in the history of the last 2 centuries maybe.